welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra. If you haven't already, just gather everything that you might want or need for comfort, for warmth. I advise that you lie down for the practice, but it is completely up to you. So if you would like to sit, you might want to consider sitting, but with something to support your back. You could lie on the back of the body, you could kind of turn onto the side of your body and snuggle down. The idea of Nidra is that the body just enters this state of complete relaxation. So think about where your body would be able to just kind of give itself over to a sense of just, relaxing. Whether you need any props to support the backs of the knees, the arms or the hands, the back of the head. You might need to adjust any accessories or clothing or hair. So we don't rush into this. This is part of the Nidra, part of the ritual, is settling down, closing our eyes, just beginning to take in how our body feels. Perhaps taking a couple of deeper breaths. And leaning into this sensation or experience of simply being as much as we can. More often than not, we are a human doing, moving from one thing to the next, whether that's physically or whether that's mentally or emotionally. So perhaps just for the next 25 minutes, we can be a human being. So there's no right or wrong in this practice. If you can, stay still, but if you do need to move, just do that mindfully. And this is guided by the sound of my voice, but the inner workings of your own mind as well. The body stays still, and it's the mind that travels around on a journey. If at any point something comes up that feels a little bit less comfortable, or something that you might think, actually, I'm not ready to open that box right now. You might open the eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, just plant the hands or feet on the earth, remind yourself that everything is okay. And then when it feels right, you could settle yourself back into the practice. So I'm going to start just with a reading from Donna Ashworth, and this is called New Month. To see the first of each new month as the first is a powerful thing. A prompt from life reminding you that you are the author, and if this story arc is not bringing you fulfillment, you can shape it as you see fit. A crisp, clean, and excitingly blank fresh page. The next chapter. Full of hope, full of promise, full of more living. To see each first as a first is to invite in possibility, magic, and most of all, reaffirm permission, power, and possession. Take lead from the earth around you if you're unsure. Are we rising, resting, regenerating, releasing, harvesting? Breathe into the flow, and off we go. If it feels right, just take a couple of deeper breaths. Breathe in through the nose You might breathe out through nose or blow out through lips. Let the body continue to sink to the earth. And then natural breath just flows until we bring our awareness back to it. And we'll come to what we call in Nidra our Sankalpa, but you might know it as intention, affirmation. The word's not important. This is a lovely time to set an intention or have a Sankalpa, the first of a new month. And this is always something that is in present tense, that is positive, that even if we're not quite there and we've not quite brought this quality into our life or this characteristic, whatever it might be, we're speaking confidence into it and into the universe. So if there is something that you desire for this coming month, or maybe even just for this evening, you might desire a good night's sleep. Just affirm that 3 times, whisper it in your mind. If nothing comes to mind, enjoy the softening of the body, or just affirm that you are present in this practice of Yoga Nidra. After you have whispered whatever it might be in the mind, as you exhale, just allow that to be released. So each day, if applicable, we might work towards small actions of how we bring whatever it is into our world. But we don't need to grasp or hold it too tight. And there will be small sacred pauses in our practice. So I'll, of course, still be here holding the space. But this might give body and mind an opportunity to just digest, to integrate. If you find that distraction comes in silence, which is often something that happens, we're quite used to being in a world of overstimulation and noise. Maybe you draw back to your intention, your sankalpa, whatever you've called it, or perhaps your breath. Now we'll start our journey around the body. And as I say each part or area, just follow that journey in your mind. We'll take just a little pause at each part or area or in between them. Maybe you are just following this journey. Maybe you are offering your body rest, a little bit of gratitude, some release, whatever feels best for you. And our journey will begin at the right thumb. So bring your awareness to the right hand thumb. The first, second, third, fourth finger. The back of the hand, the palm of the hand, the right wrist. The right lower arm, the right inner and outer elbow, the right upper arm. the right shoulder, armpit, the whole of that right arm. The whole of your right arm and the right hand just resting as they are. The whole of the right arm and the right hand. Perhaps you take a deeper breath, send it to that space. Journey your awareness to the left thumb, left hand thumb. First, second, third, fourth finger. Back of the hand, palm of the hand, left wrist. Left lower arm, elbow and inner elbow. Left upper arm, shoulder, armpit. The whole of that left arm, the whole of the left arm and the left hand. The whole of the left arm, the left hand. Perhaps you take a deeper breath as you exhale, you send it down into that space. Bring awareness now to the right big toe. The second, third, fourth, fifth toe. Top of the foot, sole of the foot, right ankles. Right lower leg, kneecap, back of the knee, right thigh, glute, hip, groin space. The whole of that right leg. The whole of the right leg and the right foot. The whole of the right leg and the right foot. You might take a deeper breath in, and as you breathe out, imagine sending the breath all the way down that leg to the tips of the toes, the sole of the foot. Let's bring our awareness to the left big toe. The second, third, fourth, fifth toe. Top of the foot, sole of the foot, left ankles. Left lower leg, kneecap, back of knee. Left thigh, glute, hip, groin space. Awareness of the whole of that left leg. The whole of the left leg and the left foot. The whole of your left leg and your left foot. Perhaps you take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, imagine sending the breath down through the body, all the way down the leg, into the sole of the foot, the tips of the toes. And can you find an awareness now of both of the arms, both of the hands, both of the legs, both of the feet, just resting as they are? Arms, hands, legs, feet. Stay with those parts of the body, perhaps with the breath or your intention, as we just take a moment of sacred pause. Let's direct our awareness now to the base of the spine. And slowly we rise up to the middle of the back, to the upper back, the back of the neck. Bring awareness to the back of the head, over to the crown of the head, and into the forehead. To the right temple, the left temple, the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the space between the brows. The right eye, the left eye, the right ear, the left ear, the right cheek, the left cheek, the right nostril, the left nostril, the tip of the nose, the upper lip, lower lip, chin, jawline, the dip of the throat. Awareness of the whole of the face and the head. A softening into those smaller muscles of the face. A releasing of the jaw. Awareness of the head and the face. The head and the face. Maybe you take a deeper breath in. And as you breathe out, you find a softness that is deeper of the head, the face, the lips, the jaw. Let's return our awareness back to the base of the spine. And we take our awareness then and just split it out like branches of a tree as we travel up the outer edges of the back, past the back rib cage, further still up into the shoulder blades. And resting awareness on the shoulders, almost like there is a pair of gentle palms that are just gently pressing to release any tension and any tightness in the shoulders. We come over the top of the shoulders into the collarbones, down past the breast or pecs, down into the front rib cage, further down, abdomen, belly, belly button. We become aware of the breath. And almost like there's a gentle pair of hands now just resting on our belly. As we breathe in, they would rise. As we breathe out, they would gently drift back down. See if you can be aware of the rhythm and flow of your breath. Just natural breath, or if it feels right, you might explore a more deeper conscious breath. Time for a sacred pause. Let's gently bring our attention away from our breath as we travel it back to our sankalpa, our intention, whatever we called it. If there was nothing there before and something has arisen during the practice, go with that. If there was nothing there before and there still isn't now, that is fine. Just settle on body, breath, all that awareness that you are practicing Yoga Nidra. You made a statement, just reaffirming 3 times and then exhaling to release. And in a moment, I'll count down from 10 to 0. After the count of 0, I'll state this practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. You are more than welcome to stay as you are, or you might start to bring some gentle movement to the body and prepare yourself to come over to the side body and into a seat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Perhaps you take a deeper breath. You might gently come to a seat, you might stay where you are, you might place a hand to the heart, and just thank yourself for taking that time out, for being a human being rather than a human doing. And thank you for joining me